Hello everyone. I would like to share my Kucha, and first I would like to thank the Coast Salish people for allowing me to reside and work on their lands. This Kucha will explain my practice framework, which also entails my returning home to my Nisga'a people. This also allowed me to connect to my cultural ways and allowed me to better understand my cultural identity. Within this, my return home, I returned in 2015 to the Nisga'a people. I had been adopted out to a white family in the U.S. as part of the 60s scoop. The first thing that you'll see as you drive through the woods was the water. I remember feeling the wind and the water, seeing the huge lays that they came by as I drove by. Then as I came along, the feelings that came by, you saw signs that were indicating that I was returning back to my nation. I was seeing the signs of the villages. There was 4 villages, and 2 had been taken over by lava beds. These lava beds were powerful. You realize how powerful Mother Nature is, because she is the one who controls the end to the end of the day. The lava bed goes on for miles and back into the wilderness. Once this connection was made, I could feel the ancestors through as if they were alive on the lava beds, underneath where they had been buried. My journey, and one day I saw that wolf cross my path, when other times you hear nothing. You don't even hear birds at times. This connection you see within the people, and your connection to your elders as they connect you as a bridge from present to the past through the stories and the advice that you have. These actions and events that I take part in are the witness that I'm able to feel the connection to my elders. The songs and the dance as the blood memories rush through your veins and you feel them. You want to dance to the beat of the drum as if it was a beating heart. The dances are once danced by my ancestors and they connect me. This connection, as we participate through the dance and culture as well, we weave and we knit our yarns. It is that what we keep order as we pass it from the ancestors to present to the children. It is the knowledge that we have, the learned knowledge of our ancestors, and this is continued today through our youth as we teach them and pass this on. This connection is felt whenever I complete a piece of crafted material, as you can look and see it from the beginning to the end. As an Indigenous social worker, I must learn how to walk in different worlds. I must remain a strong Indigenous woman, even though I walk in the colonialized world. It is a disability that I can create that bridge in the Indigenous world from the modern to the present. Colonialization made a gap between my people and our traditional ways. This is a void, therefore we need bridges. By reclaiming those that we are, relearning our traditional ways, we close that gap. The references that I will use will be from the Cindy Baskin teachings that we have and the texts that we use currently. When I fish with my people, we aren't just fishing, we're reclaiming. By reclaiming, we have our traditional rights. We also reconnect to the land and our ancestors. The fish and seafood that we connect with and use as our traditional food sustains us and feeds us, as we also learn to cook and heal in traditional ways. It is though the handed down for lessons taught from our elders to the young ones as we learn the traditional art of drying and preserving our foods. This also supports our knowledge in how to survive through the long winters. With the same teachings, our old ones chose to continue this by passing this to the younger generations that will soon lead our nations and continue the strength and keeping it alive. As youth take up with the teachings, so they become strong and independent. Our youth are now the leaders, and they will continue the healing as Indigenous people, and through developing our own systems in which I work as a social worker, I will be able to support others in their own path. By touching the rocks and preparing the fish and dancing the dances, these are the connections of who we are, the values and ethics mentioned by Cindy Baskin in the text. Teaching knowing who you are in the terms of your culture requires ongoing self-reflexivity that can keep a social worker grounded. In the moment that I was in the lava beds, I knew that my people were there. As a social worker, my job is to bring people across that bridge with me. As I connect myself, I connect to others. My practice framework is about building and strengthening and maintaining these bridges.